Hey guys, welcome to our final movement class of this February series. Thanks so much for taking a quick break for yourself and getting some movement into your day today. I also want you to focus on hydrating a little bit more than usual today. So let's take a quick moment before we get started to grab some water and take a quick chug. All right. All you're going to need for our 30-minute movement session is yourself in an open space against a wall. No other equipment is needed today. Let's go ahead and get started with those hands at the waist. We're going to go on our toes, come back on the heels. Warming up your shins, your calves, and your ankles. Give me 3, 2, 1. And relax. Now let's bring our feet apart, arms wide, hips forward, and keep them forward as we rotate and center. Warming up our core, warming up our back. Exhale laterally, inhale at center. Give me 2 more. Here's your final set. And relax. Now let's work on our glute engagement with some squats. Arms out, feet at least hip width apart, toes out slightly as your base of support. We're going to go down through those heels as we hinge at the waist, bend at the knees. Down through the heels and up. Give me 2 more, keeping those knees over your heels, not over the toes. All right, now as we come out of that next squat, we're going to challenge our balance and kick across our body. Give me 1 more. And relax. Now bring your hands behind the back, behind the belly button as your shoulders and elbows come back and the chest comes forward. We're going to warm up our quads with a little bounce in your step, flicking your heel to your bottom. Push those hips forward in the front. Give me 3, 2, final set, and relax. Now, it's time for some lateral movement. Let's take a wide step to the side, kick with the opposite foot, try to cross those feet, and now let's try to touch our toes and come up through the heels. Go into the other side. Stretching out that posterior chain, might be tight here. I'm sitting all morning. That's okay, we'll work on that here. Bend forward with a flat back. Let's do 1 more each direction. All right, let's untwist ourselves. Time to work on your balance. Open up your hips a bit more. Body weight's going in the left foot. Right foot's going to move all around you like a pendulum. We're starting to the front and down, corner and down, wide, back, corner, and now behind you. Let's do that again and down, corner and down, slowly working our way all the way around the body again. All right, weight shifts to that foot, other foot's moving. Let's bring it forward and corner and wide, back, corner, and now behind us. Repeat to the back. Corner, nice and wide, front corner, and finish in front. Now, let's go right into a mind-body coordination exercise that's going to make you think a little bit. We're going to bring our feet apart, toes out. We'll do the arms and then at the lower body as we reach up tall, come forward, down, come back into a squat and hold, knees over the heels. 1 arm reaches, other arm joins, and then we're standing tall. Again, forward, down, squat, and hold, reach, extend, and rise. Hinging back at the hips, forward at the waist, bending at the knees. We're driving those heels to the floor through all parts of this movement. and your balance should feel a little challenged. Give me 2 more. Final set. Reach, extend, and stand tall. Hands come down. Now we're going to work on elevating our heart rate a little bit with some full jumping jacks or some modified jacks, which I'll be demonstrating first for 30 seconds. You do you at home. Ready and go. Those fingertips are reaching over the head with either movement option. With the modified jack, your chest is coming towards the knee. One leg is bent, other leg extended. With those full jacks, you're staying on those toes, bringing those feet nice and wide, returning them under your hip bones. Don't forget to inhale and exhale. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and catch your breath. Roll those shoulders to the back as you embrace some big, deep breaths from the belly. Give me 2 and 1. Now reverse. Big circles. And relax. Now let's get those shoulders warmed up. Those feet are coming wide. Arms are coming wide. And we're going to make small circles towards the front of your room, aiming for about 30 seconds. If you can't quite make the 30-second mark, just focus on what you can do today. Rest as needed, and join me again when you're ready. You're already halfway through this interval. Dig deep and give me 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Now your arms are going to come wide again. Your circles are going in the other direction. Same great posture with your shoulders back, hips forward, rear tight. You're drawing the chest forward, driving the heels down, and holding that head high and proud today. Give me 10. Breathe. 8. Breathe. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. It's time for some shoulder shrugs. You're drawing those shoulders to your ears and pushing those palms to the floor. You're inhaling up, exhaling down, and giving me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Arms come out wide. Time for some over-unders. One hand is on top, and then you draw it underneath. Focus on bringing those hands behind your body line, behind your back. Try not to arch your back or move your hips. Give me 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands come down. Now let's bring those hands forward with your palms together. We're going to open and close. Squeeze and clap. Exhale and inhale. Give me 5, 4, breathe, 2, 1, and relax at your side. Time for some shoulder rotation. We're going into windmills. One arm comes across your body and out. And now let's do both. Back into singles. Exhale and push. All right, it's time to warm up our neck. Hands are at your side. Hips stay forward as you move at the neck laterally. Eyes move with your face. Give me 1 more. Now let's take that straight to the ceiling and then to the floor. Up high, down low. 1 more. And now let's gently roll your neck up in one direction. Eyes opened or closed. And then reverse your movement. All right, guys, you grab some water and then meet me down on the floor on your hands and knees as we go into a plank next. Going on the hands and knees, palms are underneath the shoulders, knees are wide under the hips. We're going to either extend the legs and go on the toes with a fully extended leg, or you're going to join me with your knees behind you, feet up and hips forward. Ready and go. 30 seconds here. My knees are back, feet to the ceiling, pushing the hips forward and down, tightening my bottom, hips stay high, core stays tight, chin drawn to the chest so that the neck is in line with the back. If you're on those toes, make sure the legs are straight, no bend in the waist or the knees, push the heels back and down. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's lower to the mat. Point your toes, plant the hands, and slowly extend the arms as you stretch out the lower back in cobra up here, or something a little more gentle. If your back is tight, down on those elbows. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale. Push up and back as we come all the way back into child's pose. Bottom to your feet, knees drawn wide, and then extend those arms until you can't reach any further, and finally lower the ears between the biceps. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Breathe out and join me on your hands and your knees. We're going to go into our bird dog exercise next, fully extending your opposite limbs. Hands are wide, knees are wide, limbs are parallel to the floor. Neck is in line with the back with the chin to the chest. And you're exhaling at extension, inhaling on your return to the mat. Give me 2 more sets. 1 more set with full extension. And relax. Now let's get you off your knees and onto your back. We're going into glute bridges next. We're laying on our back, legs are bent, heels are placed comfortably underneath those knees so that the shin and the calf are perpendicular to the ground. Hands are pointing to your feet, but you shouldn't be able to reach them. If you can, your feet are too close to your bottom. You need to move them away. Drive those heels down now as you push the hips away and up. Nice high bridge. And then those hips come away and down. Again, inhale up, high bridge, and exhale down, release. Breathing in, breathing out. No movement at the lower body here. Nothing's moving at the knees here. All the movement's coming from those hips and the glutes. No excessive arch in the back. No bend in those hips at the top. Give me 4 more, and then we're going to hold your best bridge. All right, let's hold up top. Hips are high, glutes tight in the back, heels down, and bring those toes up in your shoes. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release your glutes and lower yourself to the floor. All right, guys, take your time returning to the standing position, and you're actually going to meet me at your wall to get started with our full body workout. We are going to go into a wall sit first, but we're going to challenge the shin, the calves, and the ankles as we do some alternating heel lifts. Your back is against the wall, feet are hip width apart, and march your feet away as you lower your bottom. Keep going until those hip bones are behind the knees and the thighs are parallel to your floor. Hands aren't in your lap, they should be rested at the wall. And we're going to lift those heels up individually off the floor, lifting them as high as you can, and then driving them to the floor. Body weight's in those heels. One heel should always be at the floor. Head, neck, and shoulders should be drawn back, no forward lean. And give me 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push those heels down and return up to the standing position. Now we're going to turn around and face your wall for some wall push-ups. Feet are hip width apart, Arms are extended out in front of you. Palms in front of your chest, fingertips in front of your shoulders. We're going to walk those feet behind you, hip width apart, heels on the ground. So you feel a nice stretch in that calf in the back. We're going to go into a push-up, elbows pointing to the floor, and then full extension. Elbows down, straighten those arms. Hips stay between the heels and the shoulders as you lead with the chest towards the wall. Chin is tucked into the chest. You're inhaling into the wall, exhaling as you come out of it. Give me 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Now we're going to place our backs against the wall again and go into another wall sit. This time we're going to work on increasing our overhead range of motion while we're there. We're going to have our feet hip width apart. Walk those feet away from the wall as we lower ourselves to the floor. 90-degree angle at the hips, the knees, and at the ankles. Now, if you have really tight shoulders, you're going to start here with your hands at your side, palms facing forward. Otherwise, join me over your head at 90 degrees with the palms forward. And go into snow angels, gliding your arms along the wall and over the head. Ultimate goal would be to get those fingertips to touch. Don't push into any pain while you're here. Make sure your bottom is low enough here, hip bones behind the knees, thighs parallel to the floor. And there's no arch in your back here as it's pressed up against the wall. Fingertips, wrists, elbows, shoulders should never leave the wall. Give me 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now try to only use those feet, not those hands, as you return to the standing position. Now, a lot of you might have been sitting a lot this morning at your desk. So we're going to work on undesking the body with some shoulder packing, working on opening our chest, strengthening that upper back. Let's align the shoulders over the hips, hips over the heels, hands are at your side. We're going to draw the shoulders and fingertips straight down. And without arching the back, we're going to draw the shoulders and fingertips back and hold. 3, 2, 1. Come back to your starting position. Again, drop them straight down and back. Hold. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Again, breathe in and out. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Again, inhale and exhale. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Give me one more set, as low as you can, and behind you. Hold. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Now, we're going to go into some lateral movement since it's good to challenge our body in multiple planes of movement. We're going to go into lateral lunges, and then we'll add an upward row with the arms. Feet start hip width apart. We're going to take a wide step laterally. Wide step. Push the hips back and around. Knee is over that heel. Both feet are flat. Push through that moving foot and come back. Other side. Push through that moving foot and come back. Again, hips back and around. Should feel a nice stretch in your inner adductor, inner thigh. Should feel this in the glute in the back, not so much in the quad or the knee. If you're feeling it in the front of your leg, your knees are probably popping forward. One more set each side, and then we'll add the arms. All right, now as we come into that lunge, we're rowing next to the chest, rowing down to your side. Elbows high and wide, and relaxed. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Give me one more each side. And relax. Now, we're going to challenge our quads and our glutes as well as our balance as we go into a knee drive into a reverse lunge. Now, lunges are a balance exercise, so let's take a peek in front of us, find a focal point. Body weight's going to go in the left heel as you pick up that right knee and then drop it straight behind you. You're on the toes. You're leaning back as you lower that back knee down, front knee over the front heel, push through the front foot, return to center. Again, knee drive, step back, lower and lunge, and push back. Knee, toe, lower, push through the front foot. Give me 2 more. Final set. And relax. Now we're going to put our body weight in the right foot. Find that focal point again as we move the left leg. We're going to drive that knee high, toes to the back, lean back and lower, push through the right foot now as you come back to center. Knee, toes, lower, push through the front foot. Give me 3 more. Two more. Here's your final set. And relax. Now we're going to work on our core and opening up our hips with some hula hooping. Pretending you have a big hula hoop all the way around you. Hands are at the hips. Soft bend in the knee, body weight's in those heels as you make big circles in one direction. Get those hips opened up. Don't let those knees lock. One more. All right, let's go in the other direction now. Don't forget to inhale and exhale. Give me 2 more. And relax. Now, grab some water, and then you're going to meet me down on your mat, on your back, for some floor exercises. We're going to start with some leg lift variations on our back. Now, I find I have the best support with my thumbs underneath my bottom. Legs are extended, toes are pointed, soft bend in the knee. Those cues are all going to take pressure off of your hamstrings and your back. Now we're going to lift one leg to the ceiling. Other leg's going to join. Now we're going to drop those legs laterally. Come back to the ceiling. Lower one leg and the other. Let's do that again. Leg, leg, open, close, lower one at a time. Head, neck, and shoulders shouldn't lift off the floor. And there should be no space behind your back. Give me 2 more. Final set. And relax. Now, we're going to go into glute bridges with alternating leg extension. Hands stay where they are, and we're going to bend the legs with the heels underneath the knees. So we're going to go into a regular glute bridge, hips away and up, nice high bridge, hips between the shoulders and the knees. Now keep the hips as they are as you go into leg extension. Flexion, switch, drop that foot, and now release the glutes and lower. Now, as you're in this bridge, through all parts of the movement, those thighs should be parallel, hips should be level, and knees should be level. It's going to make your back and your torso both straight. Make sure you're using your glutes, not relying on that lower back. And now give me 1 more. And relax. Now we're going to go into 90-degree scoops, working the core and the quads. Let's bring our legs to an elevated 90-degree bend, knees over the hips. Those arms out laterally with the palms to the floor. Extend one leg just off the floor and scoop, bringing that knee back over your hips. Again, extend and scoop. Foot should just come off the floor. And if this is causing you back pain, I want you to alternate marching feet, tapping those toes to the floor. Give me 2 more sets. Final set. And finally bring those feet down. Nice work. Now we're going to go on our side for a side plank. I'm going to show you a modified version. We're going to have our elbow stacked directly under the shoulder, palm in front of that elbow. Hips are stacked, and we're going to bend both legs, bringing your heels as high as you can to your bottom. Now push those hips forward so you're having a straight line, shoulders through the hips, through the knees. And you're going to push your hips forward and then lift, lifting your torso off the mat. You should have a straight line underneath. Elbows should still be stacked under the shoulder. You can rotate the head looking down. If you're feeling confident, you can fully extend that upper arm to the ceiling. Body weight's in the elbow, the forearm, and the palm. If you're not feeling that, try to shift your chest forward towards your palm. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower and extend that arm, taking pressure off your shoulder. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. We'll do the other side in a moment, but first we're going to go on our hands and our knees into a quadruped position. Hands wide, knees wide. We're going to do some tricep kickbacks using our fist. We're going to bring one elbow back, arm parallel to the floor, go into extension, flexion, extension, flexion. Give me 3, 2, 1, and roll down and switch. Elbow back, elbow never moves. 3, 2, 1, and roll down. Let's do one more set each side. Purposeful movements each direction. Give me 2, 1, and roll down and switch, extend and bend. Breathe out and in. Give me 3, 2, 1, and relax. Now we're going to finish on our other side with that other modified side plank. Hips are stacked, shoulders over the elbow. Elbow is right behind your palm. We're going to bend the knees, bringing the heels as close as you can to your bottom and push the hips forward so your torso is straight. Now push the hips forward and then lift. You're on the knees and that elbow, you're pushing the chest forward so the weight's distributed through the elbow, the forearm, and the palm. Turn the head slightly and lift that hand if you wish to do so. Give me 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower to your mat, extend the arms, and lower your head. Hold for 3, 2, 1, and relax. Take your time returning to your feet, and we're going to stretch it out together for a brief stretching session of the whole body. All right. Let's place our body weight in both heels as we bring those feet wide, hands come together. We're going to push our hips forward and reach out in front, palms facing you. Now, if you don't have shoulder limitations, bring those palms over the head, palms facing the floor. Body weight's in the heels as we bend laterally. Make sure you're not pushing into pain while you're here. And core aligns your shoulders back over the hips. Let's go over to your other side. And come back to center. Now turn your wrists and stretch out those hands. Push forward. And if you're able to, bring those palms up facing the ceiling. Feet come together, drive them down, and tilt the chin up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale and release. Now either push your palms behind you or have your hands joined behind your back. We're going to bend forward with a flat back. Those hips come back as you bend forward. Back should be parallel to the ground. And then if you're able, let's get a little deeper here. Drop yourself a little lower and lift the hands a little higher. Chest forward for 3, 2, 1. Exhale and rise. Now let's stretch out the shoulders. One arm comes across the chest, other hand comes underneath and in. That supporting hand is above the elbow and below the shoulder. And release and switch. And exhale and release as you swing that right arm over your head to your left ear. Drop your right ear gently to the shoulder, and then the left shoulder drops to the floor. 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Let's take that to your other side. Stretch out that neck by dropping the ear, and finally the shoulder. Hold for 3, 2, 1, and relax. Thanks so much for taking a quick desk break and sharing some movement with me this afternoon. I look forward to seeing you guys next time for something new. Have a great day. Bye-bye.